Hey, today I'm gonna talk a little bit about gesture and how I simplify each part of the body into gesture lines. When I started learning gesture, the most challenging part for me was decoding what I was seeing into simple lines. How should I quickly draw this angle of the head? How to simplify the feet? I felt like I needed to learn a new language, a gesture line language, if that makes any sense. And it was hard at first, because I was always thinking about body structure, and gesture is quite the opposite. Before I show you how I'm drawing each part of the body, I'll quickly go through the types of lines I'm using to capture the movement of the poses I'm drawing. Starting with CSI lines to simplify complex shapes, asymmetrical lines to show rhythm and movement, and wrapping lines to indicate form and perspective. When gesture drawing, I start with the head, then the torso, which includes the spine, ribcage, and pelvis. Then I move to the legs and feet, and lastly, arms and hands. The head is the only part that I draw a shape, a circle. The rest of the body will be CSI lines. So here are some views of the head turning around, looking up, down, and from the back. I always draw the wrapping line for the circle to help convey the correct perspective. And I like drawing the nose too, because it's a simple way to indicate the center line of the face. So the head of a reference will be a 3/4 up tilt. And now we can move to the torso. Here I'm following Michael Hampton's method. He uses 3 lines to indicate the spine: neck, thoracic, and lumbar. A line from the ribcage to the pelvis representing the torso stretch, and then one for the high side of the pelvis with wrapping lines to show perspective. It looks like a beam stretching on one side and bending on the other. I don't try to match the reference contour with my drawing, especially the torso. It's more about drawing the inside of the body, not outside. After drawing the torso, I usually measure what I have so far to get the proportions for the legs, because I notice I tend to draw the legs too short if I don't do this. Okay, so for the legs, I draw a C line for the femur and an S line for the lower legs, and then the foot. Here are some different views of the feet. I'll have at least one straight line to establish contact with the ground, and you can change them to match the pose you're drawing. Just like in this reference, we have a profile view with a bend. And the last part is the arms. I use 3 lines, for the deltoid, upper arm, and forearm. The hands will be triangular, or depending on the pose, I will use the same line as the forearm. For shortened parts like this, you can draw shorter lines and use wrapping lines to help with the sense of perspective. So at my first attempts at gesture drawing, I took like 10 minutes per pose, because yeah, I'm really slow at drawing. But after practicing a few times and learning how to decode the pose into gesture lines, I can now draw it much faster. So I wouldn't worry about time at first until you get the hang of it. Then you can do 3 minutes, 2 minutes pose, just to practice more in a short amount of time. That's how I'm studying gesture. But if you want to know more about how to construct the body, I have a video on proportions and another on poses. Please go check them out. See you next time!